Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I have always opined on this platform that politics is a game of perception. The United Democratic Alliance Party, the UDA party, today unveiled William Samoei Arap Ruto as their presidential candidate to face off with Raila Odinga in the upcoming general election. And I'll do a comprehensive analysis about that NDC tomorrow, especially the speech by the deputy president. But because politics is a game of perception, I noted several things. But I want us to focus on the number of elected leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region who attended this event, and specifically the elected leaders. I listened attentively as Kimani Ichung'wah was reading the list of members of parliament who are present at that event. And I was shocked at the huge numbers of members of parliament from the larger Mount Kenya region who attended that event. But I'm not going to go into that. I want us to look at the presence of these key individuals. The first individual which caught my attention was Kiunjuri. Kiunjuri was fired from the cabinet by President Uhuru Kenyatta for associating with the deputy president, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto. In fact, if you look at President Uhuru Kenyatta's cabinet from the time he formed government up to now, Uhuru Kenyatta has never fired anybody. Most of them have always resigned. The only person President Uhuru Kenyatta fired was Kiunjuri. So at some point, Kiunjuri was expected to be William Ruto's running mate. But as fate would have it, Kiunjuri ended up forming his own political party. And until last week, Kiunjuri had still maintained that he was not going to join Azimio, or he was going to join, neither was he going to join the UDA party or Kenya Kwanza. So Kiunjuri was present. I also saw the presence of Jimmy Wanjigi. Jimmy Wanjigi was contesting against Raila Odinga in ODM party. And that's why I always tell people on this platform that what Raila Odinga can see while seated at the basement of his office in Capitol Hill, you cannot see while standing on top of KICC. Raila Odinga had gotten intelligence that Jimmy Wanjigi was actually working for the deputy president, Dr. Ruto. So the moment Raila Odinga stopped him from ODM, he started working very closely with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And indeed, on this platform, I revealed to you guys his real mission with Kalonzo Musyoka. Then Kalonzo Musyoka, while working with Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi managed to expose him. So he was also locked out of Kenya Kwanza Alliance. So today, Jimmy Wanjigi was actually one of the key leaders who attended William Ruto's event. Of course, he's saying that he just attended that event because he was invited. And of course, wajinga waliisha hii Kenya. So the presence of Jimmy Wanjigi also caught my attention. And of course, there is the presence of William Kabogo and Moses Kuria. Of course, those ones moved much earlier when the deputy president was in Kiambu and in Thika specifically. So in this video today, I want us to look at how the entry of these individuals, Moses Kuria, William Kabogo, Kiunjuri, and to some extent, Jimmy Wanjigi, to the entry of these guys to Kenya Kwanza will complicate the equation for President Uhuru Kenyatta in the larger Mount Kenya region. But before we do that, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, please just click that subscribe button now. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. I have so many people here I want to thank. I received their coffee yesterday, and I have a list here, but let me do that list tomorrow. I'll do that list tomorrow. Those who sent me coffee, I really appreciated. And those who felt that I should not be asking, no, it's not about asking. And those who felt that I should not be afraid of asking, no. Tomorrow I'll give you that list, a few people. Now let us get back to business. Politics is a game of perception. Perception of numbers, real or imagined. The mere fact that Jubilee Party is struggling in the larger Mount Kenya region, the mere fact that all these key politicians from the larger Mount Kenya region are joining William Samoei Arap Ruto instead of President Uhuru Kenyatta is something which should worry President Uhuru Kenyatta. When Moses Kuria started indicating that he was not joining Ruto, he was leaving his options open. When Kiunjuri started leaving his options open, it was very clear, in my view, that the president was making headways. But now with the entry of these guys, I see the following. Number one, their entry into Kenya Kwanza, I don't know whether they'll be accepted as individual parties or as part of the coalition. Their entry is actually going to help William Samoei Arap Ruto consolidate his support in the larger Mount Kenya region. Now, of course, there is no vote which William Ruto is going to get in the larger Mount Kenya region, which President Uhuru Kenyatta never got. That is the first reality. But politics is about perception. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta got over 98% of the votes from the larger Mount Kenya region. Raila Odinga got around 2% or something. William Ruto cannot get that percentage because, as a matter of fact, Uhuru Kenyatta being the president, he also has people who will die with him. You see, when you talk of people who believe in Uhuru Kenyatta, you're talking of the family members, you talk of people like Murade, you talk of people like those who are sticking with him. Those people will not vote for Ruto. Those are the realities. But these guys now joining Ruto means William Ruto can easily consolidate that support base. If Moses Kuria, Kiunjuri, and William Kabogo had decided not to join William Samoei Arap Ruto, things would have been difficult. In fact, they would have made William Ruto's campaign in the larger Mount Kenya region very difficult. For example, Moses Kuria would just be concentrating on his campaign. Kabogo will be the same. But now, because they are now part and parcel of William Ruto, it means their key opponent now is none other than President Uhuru Kenyatta. So when they'll be going down there to campaign, they'll be going there to de-campaign President Uhuru Kenyatta. Rather than if they were just free agents, they would not. They would have decided that for me, I just want my votes. I just want votes for my party. I'm not interested on who you are going to elect as your president. That choice is yours. Now they are going to go there, and they must make sure that the president is defeated. So basically, by going there to campaign for their candidates and to campaign for the president, they'll be helping William Ruto consolidate the support. Now, because politics is a game of perception, it will be perceived that the president is actually isolated, that no leader from the larger Mount Kenya region is associated with him. So that's number one. Number two, this move is also going to expose President Uhuru Kenyatta as a lame duck president. What do I mean? A president who cannot keep his people. Moses Kuria, for example, is the member of parliament for Gatundu South. That's President Uhuru Kenyatta, member of parliament. Not supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta. Why is he not supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta? Do you mean the president cannot go to Moses Kuria, talk to him, and ask for him to support him? What about Kiunjuri? Of course, there was that fallout. But what about William Kabogo? At some point, William Kabogo even tried to associate with the president. So what is going to come out is that President Uhuru Kenyatta is a lame duck president. If the president cannot convince his own member of parliament, if the president cannot convince William Kabogo, who comes from his own county, if the president cannot convince Kiunjuri, a man he appointed to the cabinet himself, if he cannot convince them to support him, then who will he be able to convince? So President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to come out as a lame duck president. Number three is the perception. Politics is a perceptual game. So basically what the entry of these guys are going to do to William Ruto is that they are going to add what I normally call perceptional value. Perceptional value is just a value there that Ruto is gaining, Uhuru is losing. So the truth of the matter, if you ask anybody, like when they were in Thika, the moment they left Thika, it was like, oh, Uhuru has lost the entire Kiambu. Now from this event, you'll be asking yourself, who is really supporting Uhuru Kenyatta from the larger Mount Kenya region, especially in terms of political parties? Only Jubilee Party. And in that Jubilee Party, he is the leader. Will he be able to deliver votes to Raila Odinga? That will depend with so many other factors. One of them is the perceptional value. Who is supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta's choice from the larger Mount Kenya region? Because if the president is outgoing, you would expect his people to stand by him or with him. So you would have told them, I'm going to support Raila Odinga, and people like Moses Kuria, William Kabogo, Mwangi Kiunjuri, and the rest would easily support that candidate. So because these guys are now with Ruto, in my view, he will lose. He will lose that perceptional value. Number 4, the entry of these 4 individuals into Kenya Kwanza is going to make Jubilee as a political party a common enemy. So Jubilee will now be the common enemy. So it means if Moses Kuria is going outside there, he will just be campaigning Jubilee. If Kiunjuri will be going outside there, he will be going outside there, campaigning Jubilee. Jimmy Wanjigi will be going outside there, campaigning Jubilee. So, and because Jubilee is now going to be common enemy, it would be difficult for them. Like if the deputy president had betrayed these guys, and say Moses Kuria left, Mwangi Kiunjuri left, then probably Uhuru would have made Ruto his common enemy, and some of these guys would have said, because you've betrayed us, we are also making you a common enemy. But now the common enemy is now on President Uhuru Kenyatta, and that's very bad for him, if you ask me. And lastly, the entry of these guys will also help Ruto protect his votes in the larger Mount Kenya region. The truth of the matter is that elections have always been conducted in this country, but they've never counted. William Ruto has been consistent that for him, nobody can steal his votes. If William Ruto was the only candidate there, then it would have meant that these guys would have easily manipulated. Because normally when results are announced, these guys are normally there with their agents. So I want to assume that by joining Ruto, Ruto will now have a huge pool of people to help him in his campaign. Like for example, Moses Kuria can decide that when Ruto is going in his constituency, he can give him agents. He can second agents to William Ruto, or even his own agents can also act as William Ruto's agents. I don't know what you think, but for me, President Uhuru Kenyatta must do something. If the president won't do something, the deputy president is going to shame him. And that will be the worst thing for a sitting president. You know, William Ruto, as long as William Ruto will defeat President Uhuru Kenyatta overwhelmingly in the larger Mount Kenya region, I think the president is going to have a very, very big problem. I don't know what you think. That's my take. If you're watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Without that support, the channel cannot be where it is. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye.